Caste and politics in India. Caste in India refers to a social group where someone gets membership by birth. Members of such local groups or communities tend to enter into marital relationships among themselves. In India, for political and government purposes, castes are broadly divided into forward castes, about 15% of population; other backward classes, about 41% of population; scheduled castes, about 20% of population; scheduled tribes, about 9% of population; the Indian Muslims, 13.4%, and Christians, 2.3%, often function as castes since they too marry among themselves. The caste politics plays a huge role in Indian political arena, especially during the assembly and panchayat elections in states. This also influenced the government-run institutions, e.g. police and judiciary and educational system, though castes seem to dictate one's access to such institutions. The location of the caste in a certain region also play a pivotal role. If a lower caste were concentrated enough in one area, it could then translate that pocket of concentration of its caste members into political power and then challenge the hegemony of locally dominant upper caste. But that only initiates the cycle of challenging one another on the basis of caste, and that eventually turns into vote bank for political parties ruling in higher state and central bodies, assembly and parliament elections, where voters back only candidates that are in their caste or officials from which they expect to receive some kind of benefits. It has been very hard to change the structure of caste politics in India. There has been a flux in caste politics, mainly caused by economic liberalization in India. This upsurge in lower caste empowerment was accompanied in some regions by a spike in the level of corruption. This was partly due to lower caste perceiving development programs and rule of law as tools used by the upper caste to subjugate lower castes. Historically, because of the strength of economic power of upper caste, they had been able to gain strength in politics and influence other government-run institutions. Many political parties in India has been indulged openly in vote bank caste-based politics. Politics in India highly depended on patron-client ties along the caste lines during the Congress dominating period. The upper and merchant castes such as Brahmin, Rajput, and Caste and the rich Muslim groups tend to express their interests through the Congress party until 1980s. After the emergence of BJP and the division of societies on religious ground, the same upper caste supporting Congress shifted to BJP, and Congress even unable to get strong hold on lower caste as the emergence of caste-based political parties in states, such as BSP, JDU, RJD, SP, and RLD in northern India and Dravidian parties in Tamil Nadu. The Congress party used vote bank to maintain power. The competing parties constructed vote banks to challenge the Congress dominance of politics. The Congress is being blamed in last 2 decades of doing appeasement of minorities, especially Muslims. This consolidated the Hindu votes from all castes for BJP, benefiting them hugely in states and central politics. Traditional parties like Congress hugely relied on pre-existed patron-client network among castes to collect votes, hence they never built the ground-level organizations to keep constant contact with village level. As the number of youth participating in politics increased, due to the lack of fixed organizations to mobilize crowd in the villages reduced the clientelism on Indian politics. As the Congress started to lose hold on ground level in villages, they started to play pity politics by introducing the reservations in 90s for various caste groups as OBCs in educational institutions all around. Though some studies suggest that the influence of castes has been declining in the societies, the long-established system of caste influencing politics has not changed. Take example of BSP or SP, who win election clearly on caste line, Yadav, and Muslims for SP and Dalits for BSP, so during their 5-year term they just try to appease the certain communities or castes to make certain their vote bank remains intact. This increased corruption in government and parties ignorant towards the communities who don't come under their vote bank. New young faces of caste and reservation politics in India. Now it's our turn and responsibility, if we want to take it further to next generation or completely eradicate this menace right here right now.